Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, welcome to the Old Humble Game Night. You folks on Twitter haven't seen this before because I haven't usually broadcast to Twitter. Shit, I don't think I've broadcast to Twitter since. I don't know when the last time I broadcasted out to Twitter was. It has been a while, a long damn while. These lights are bright. Sorry. Can't actually, I literally cannot see anything with these lights on. But hey, we are on the fourth game night. We did a whole series, like 30 episodes of our game night doing Conflict of Nations. We're giving away this bottle of whiskey on Thursday. You will want to tune into the YouTube channel on Wednesday, or Thursday rather. You want to tune in the YouTube channel on Thursday. The link's all over our profile if you haven't seen it yet, Twitter folks. And Twitch folks, you too. You're going to want to tune into that on Wednesday. Cheers, everybody out there. We're going to jump into the game now. I'm going to first look at Austria, where we have been playing the last several nights. Let me get that screen open, and you will see what the hell is going on. I'll get you up to speed. Conflict of Nations is a real-time strategy game, and when I say real-time strategy, I'm not fucking around. I mean it. It's real-time strategy where an hour takes an hour. An hour in the game takes an hour in real life, and it is a... it's a mess. It's an exercise in patience. It's a real-time strategy game. I am drinking Special Reserve myself, as a matter of fact. This is not the bottle that we're giving away. This is the bottle that I'm consuming tonight. But we're going to go full screen with the map, and we're going to tour through Austria real quick. And that means I can turn off these lights and take off these sunglasses. Come on, make it full screen. Good. That way I can see what the hell's going on the screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what's going on. Austria. So we have a whole lot of stuff is going on. So my neighbors are building up a fight against Russia here on my borders, which I'm not happy about because when Russia counterattacks, they're going to counterattack against me. I started off here in little old Austria, right here. Started off here. Took over my neighbors, Switzerland, Hungary, Czechoslovakia. Then Ukraine attacked me, and I took over Ukraine. All normal stuff. Then I attacked Italy, and I'm going to check and see how the progress is going in Italy in just a moment. But Italy counterattacked here, took over my city in Brigenz. I'm trying to pronounce this shit right. Just because I'm Texan doesn't mean I can't pronounce things like a normal person. Reading my text messages as they come in. I just got off Kuagenti's show, Standing Room Only, SRO. He is, I tell you, he is a funny as hell comic. If you're in Houston, you get a chance to see him. He's doing a show on the 8th. On the east side of town. You're going to want to go catch that show. He is, God, he's such a fantastic talent. He's fun. You should go check out Q. And not because I told you to, but because you like to do nice things for yourself. So I'm going to send the strike squadron against those insurgents in Brigenz to hopefully give myself the advantage in Brigenz. I have an offer to the Russians for passage through. They have not accepted my offer yet. I've offered them passage through my territory because when they counterattack against my allies, I don't want them taking my land. That would suck. I'm not happy about that. We had a battle here in Rome. Italy, I had forces in Italy. Germany had forces attacking the Italian forces. We defended Rome. I have taken over Italy or Rome from the Italians because I am smart. And they are not. This is Naples. We have just taken Naples as well. I'm going to spend a little bit of money to make sure Naples is secured. When I started the attack against Rome, I did not request assistance from the Germans. The Germans offered assistance unrequested. They're not invited into this war. They chose to invite themselves. They are my allies. I am not in a place where I can tell them to get out. But they took Venice. They took Milan. They tried to take Florence, Rome, Bari, Naples. They tried to snake all those regions right out from under me. But I don't want to say snake. That's not fair. They tried to take those regions and cities before I had a chance to take them. I think they were being helpful, but they were not being helpful at all. I was doing the work to bring down the Italian forces, and they were going to come in right behind me and uh, take the Italian cities, and I wasn't happy about that. So, as luck would have it, and as the strategy uh, worked itself out, it turns out that they did not manage to, in fact, take the cities and regions. Tuna! Cheers, brother! Glory to the Tuna Empire, indeed. Glory to the Tuna Empire. Indeed. Cheers, my man. Good to see you. So this is the Austrian game. It is a much slower paced game than the French game, which we're about to go check out. I just wanted to check in on this one and see how things were going. We are about to get into a big damn fight. I am hoping over the next 24 to 48 hours, I'll be able to stabilize the Italian peninsula and control Italy. I am hoping that they do not launch their attack against Russia through my territory. I have expressed my displeasure with that plan. What I'm hoping they will do is clean up this fight with Belarus, clean up this fight with Poland, take care of business, and control their own backyard. What they're probably going to do, because they seem to be relatively inexperienced players, is they're going to attack Russia. And that's fine. They can attack Russia. I don't think I want to take part in that attack because I think they're going to get their asses kicked. I think Algeria, I know Algeria has declared war against me. So what I think I'm going to do, this is Algeria and their status against me. What I think I'm going to do is focus my effort on Africa, because there are a lot of victory points to be had in Africa. There's a lot of territory, a lot of victory points, a lot of land to be had. And if I can set a base in Algeria, move east through Egypt or Libya and Egypt, and then south, this is a coalition down here between Mali and Congo. And I think it's a coalition between Mali and Congo. Let me double check that. Africa has this one. Nope, that's just Egypt. They're all by themselves. Africa, this is the one I want to see. Mali, Morocco, and Mozambique. Yeah, Mozambique, Mali, and Morocco is up here. So that's the African coalition. They can be broken pretty easily. They're not world beaters by any stretch of the imagination. I think, I can't remember for sure, but I think I may be, if not the highest ranked as far as game experience goes, player in the game. I'm one of the top 5. Not to brag or anything. There's nothing to brag about, really. Just when it comes to players making mistakes, I can count on those players to make mistakes when they're a lower ranked, lower skill, lower. I mean, I still make a lot of mistakes as well. There's a whole lot of strategies that I fuck up. So don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm a perfect player. I'm really great at this game. I screw it up like all the time. But I am slightly more aware of the places where I am likely to screw up, and I tend to avoid those things as best I can. So I'm fascinated by the game theory. I don't think there's 2 strategies that we can employ right now. Us over here in Europe and them over there in Asia are the top two coalitions in the game. If we look at the coalition list, that Eurasian Pact, this one here has Russia, China, Indonesia, and Australia. They are currently number one. We are currently number two. And between the two of us, like, there's enough world between the two of us right now that we can continue to expand in our separate spheres. And depending on who expands the fastest, we could theoretically, at least, achieve victory conditions before they achieve victory conditions. If they could make it all the way to the end of the game, we could make it all the way to the end of the game. It would be perfectly honorable for them to achieve victory of 5,300 and us to achieve second place. It would be perfectly honorable. We would get our points. They would get their points. We would stay active. Now, we could go at this a different route. That's what we did when I was California versus Virginia in the previous game. We could go a different route where we see them as a rival and we want to take them out early and fight them now. We could fight them now, take their points, and then turn and fight the rest of the map. There's two different ways of looking at it, two different strategies. Admittedly, I don't know which one would be better because, simply put, as this game wears on, like, this game's going to go for 2 months. This game's going to go for 60 days, 50 days. It's going to be August before this game finishes. I'm not even being hyperbolic about that. It's going to be August before this game finishes. So what could happen in this game over the course of the next several weeks is we could literally have players dropping out, and it could end up being me and Romania and the United States and South Africa on the map. It could be everybody else inactive, and that entire coalition could fall apart just as a function of time and disinterest. It happens. It happens a lot. That's what happened with me in Virginia. Virginia was the last man standing. I was the last man standing. We didn't have to fight each other directly. I nuked them because it was fun, because I wanted to, because I thought it would be a good time. I thought it would be a great idea. It was, by the way, a good time and a great idea. And I don't think I actually successfully nuked them. I think I only was able to drop chemical weapons. I'd have to go check the tapes. I can't remember. Regardless, there were 64 players to start the game. There are currently, let me double check the other screen here. I think there's 29 players in the game right now. And it's only day 9. There's 29 active players in the game right now, and we're talking about day 9. And we've got at least 40 more days to go. At least 40 more days. So one of the game theory situations in this particular game is you're not just playing the positions on the map. You're playing actual human persons that are behind the positions, and they have work and school and commutes and sick kids and sick dogs and lawns that need to be mowed and vacations that need to be taken and all this stuff that happens with normal human people. And over the course of 2 months, holy shit, this game can get tiresome and tedious. So part of this game is just flat out endurance. Part of this game is being smarter than your opponents. And I don't know which one is more important yet, to be quite honest, because there's a whole lot of shit that goes into this game. And this scenario in particular, we're talking about an entire world map, and real-time play where 1 hour in game equals 1 hour in real life. So there's a lot of variables, and that's one of the things that just fascinates me about this game is the variables involved make it damn complex, more complex than Monopoly, quite honestly. Because I see Monopoly as kind of a two-dimensional game. The person with the most money wins the game, and that's kind of 2 dimensions. So that all said, there is a vast map in front of us, And the map that I'm about to show you over in France kind of gives you an idea of how much territory you need to control to win the game, because I think everything's pretty much set on this map. We've got our move orders set in Italy. He's moving his units up here. His units are going to attack those. I'm moving down to get to Bari. I think that's how you pronounce it in Italian. Bari. I'm moving down to Bari, and then eventually I will move out to Palermo, but I don't need to get there just yet. I will go here, waypoint here, waypoint here. That'll be good for now. All right, now we'll have reinforcements coming in shortly through Rome and Naples. Nipples. Nipples. Anyway, sorry. I'm a fucking juvenile child. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to switch from Austria to France. Kind of show the difference between we started these two games right about the same time. In fact, I think I started Austria before I started France. I set my research for infantry, for the next level of infantry, because infantry is key to my strategy right now. I've got my build orders and move orders in. Building tanks, have some artillery coming out up there in northern Italy. I've got another tank coming. I probably should set up my... Okay, I'm good. I'm real good on the arms industries, but I'm going to go ahead and start with Rome and move my way up to Naples and add... I just need more of everything right now. So all these guys are going to get arms industries added over the next... And I'll probably go back through and delete some of these build orders for the ones that just aren't important. Like I'm deleting these ports and structures that are not important right now, just so I can get some resources out of them. And if Italy manages to take them back, they don't get anything out of it. So if Italy manages to take these cities back, they've actually got to rebuild their... yeah, I actually want to keep that in Rome. Airbase, you repair now. Yeah. Repair you now. Thank you. And I will change that in the build queue to go up in order. Villach is important. Bern, Budapest. It's Budapest because I know Europe. Budapest. Thank you. Such a douchey thing to say. You know, my friends, Olga and Pierre over in Budapest. Yeah, they pronounce it Budapest in Hungary. Yeah, because, you know, that's how we should pronounce it. Like that dude who went to Spain his freshman year, or between his freshman year and sophomore year in college, and he comes back, he's like, oh, Barcelona. Like, shut up, dick. Anyway, sorry. That's a tangent. So let's get into the French. France, the map of France, if you will. Yes, indeed. Okay, I'm good with Austria. So let's bring up the map with French. French Europe, whatever they call it. Old Humble Tuna. So just a reminder, Thursday we're doing our 99th and next to last episode of our Old Humble Quarantine podcast. Quarantine Happy Hour podcast, I might add. Clarify, rather. Okay, let's bring this full screen. Okay, France. So I am France in this particular scenario. In France, we are allied with fellow European powers. Ooh, something new in the newspaper. What do we got? A rival coalition. Good luck. The shit talking in this game is so much fun. Have we already started the war? I think we might have already started the war. Let's look and see what's going on. Uh, so I have not been very engaged today. I've been doing other stuff. Let's look and see what we got. A whole bunch of shit going on. Who are these people? Okay, that's Germany. I don't think we're at war with these guys. Who is that? What is that thing? Anti-air. Okay, that's fine. So here's the deal. There's basically two coalitions in this game right now. Us in Europe and they in Eurasia, as they call themselves. I don't think we have started. I don't think the war has started yet. This is the final do final countdown. Do Oh, they're already at war with Norway and Germany. Game on, bitches. All right, war has started. All right, let's see what. Let me give you the lay of the land. Tell you what's going on. Tell you what's going on with this. So we started out Germany, France, Poland, Germany, France, Poland, Norway, and not Algeria, Mali. Mali was swapped out for South Africa when they had to drop out of the game. So South Africa kind of controls most of the African continent. This here is Egypt, and that is what they call, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. That's what they call foreshadowing. Uh, India is over here in the African subcontinent with us. Um, God damn, it's gonna cost 3,000 gold. I ain't got 3,000 gold to throw this shit. Um, I think my spies might have been caught. Anyway, so we took over most of the next closest coalition was over here in Turkey and Eastern Europe and Russia, and we crushed those guys, smooshed them like a boog. Uh, Turkey talked some shit. We crushed them out. I came over here, took over the United States, took over Canada. The fuck is this? India? What the fuck are you doing in? Fucking India. Um, this is Canada. I am taking over all this shit out here. Cool. It's fine. Um, I'll send some units over here to take back my land. As I should, I guess. Fucking assholes. Um, that's fine. I don't care. I mean, at this point, it's all over, but like the shouting. Um, they are in the process of being beat. Can we patrol over here? Yeah, so South Africa probably just checked in and noticed that India slipped into North America unexpectedly. I mean, whatever. I'll deal with their shit. That's like so distantly not relevant. Uh, and here's why: because in North America, I don't have any like production capacity, so um, you know they can come in and do whatever they want, but they're not going to take away our core production areas. They're just being a nuisance. And that's what. Nah. What does he think this game? game is a knitting simulator. I mean, this is a fucking war game for crying out loud. What does he expect? There's not enough. Okay, so here's the lay of the land. Look, we've got 3,800 victory points right now. We can add 600 by taking out the rest of this American coalition between Brazil and Chile and I think New Zealand or whoever the fuck else is there. They've got four. I could look. Cuba is the other one. They've got all of 600 points. So all together between the two of us, we have 4,500 points, 4,400 points. We need 5,920 fucking points. You know where the rest of the points are going to come from? These deck assholes right here. Boom, bam, cha-chow, cha-chow, pow, pow, pow. They've got 1,800 points. We have to take one of them down. There are no independent countries available. We look over here on the diplomacy screen. There are no independent countries available right now that have enough points for us to take anyone down. You know, we go all the way through the independence. Brazil, you know, go through. We'll go through the teams that are blank. 0, 0, 0. There's 23 points right there. Who is that? Australia. 23 plus Canada. I'm already taking down Canada. That's 11. That's 34. Croatia has 2, 35. Diego Garcia is 1 point, 36. Guam has 1, 37. Israel has 1, 38. Kerguelen Islands, 39. That's 1 point there. Patagonia, 1, 30, 39, 40. Rogue State doesn't really fucking count. Russia has 5 points left. That's 45. Hang on, y'all can't see me doing this. That's 45 points. Let me switch to here. Fucking 45 points, people. 45 motherfucking points. What are we gonna do? We can't win the game with 45 points. We have to go actively crush our enemies. And that the game froze. God damn it, the game froze. I'm not frozen. I'm still animated. The goddamn game is frozen. It's happened earlier today too. All right, we're gonna close this screen. Close this screen. Tuna, where the hell are you located? I'm just curious. Not that it matters. I'm just curious. I just want to know where you're located. Because I am infinitely curious where my people are hiding these days. Where are you? You know, after Thursday, this beard is gone. I have a news crew coming to the distillery on Friday. I'm going to shave this motherfucker off. I might keep it for the interview on Friday. Might. All right. Let's reload Conflict of Nations. Let's get this thing back up and running. So that's where it ends up being game theory and where it ends up being fun, because you end up running out. You know, you look around for where your victory points are going to be. Theoretically, there's a big enough map and a big enough game where you can go get victory points without having to go and kill your neighbors and opponents. But it's entirely possible that the situation just simply presents itself where you have to go to war with your neighbors. And, you know, if you're playing against another human, the notion is to avoid war with humans. I mean, if you don't have to fight another person, another human, another thinking individual who can be strategic and go around your defenses and all that shit, you probably should avoid it because they're harder than AI. AI is just dumb computer algorithms, and you can generally take down dumb computer algorithms. But if you're talking about actual strategic human persons who think and are trying to outsmart you. Now you start into a game. You start getting into a fun aspect of strategy and stuff like and unexpected things where they can just and well in this particular game they can drop copious amounts of real American dollars. Um, Copious amounts of real American dollars. I've played against a guy who's dropped hundreds of dollars into a game, and it did not make sense. I lost. It did not make sense. Um, let's see. So yeah, morale's gonna be shit after this. Strike fighters eliminating his airports. Good. Uh, yep. So I am working my way towards nuclear missiles. I don't want to spend hard-earned American cash on the nuclear missiles if I can avoid it, but I'm probably going to have to spend a little bit of change. I don't want to spend more than like $5, uh, but we'll see. There's nothing wrong. I will repeat this until the end of my days. There's nothing wrong with spending a little bit of cash on games that you play. Back when I was a kid, back in my day, we used to play like drop quarters in a fucking arcade game all the time. That's how we did shit. You want to play a game that cost you money. That's what you did. That's how it worked. Um, uh, uh, so I don't, and if you want to play a video game on your computer, you paid 40 or $50 for the fully formed game. None of this free trial shit that they give you through stream or through Steam, where it's like 80% of the game or 40% of the game. Um, um, now you get the bones of the game to start with, and they release additional versions or additional updates or additional whatever they call it, patch notes and shit like that. Let's get the full screen in here. They release additional patch notes for the game and improve the game as you play it. We didn't have that shit when I was a kid. When I was a kid, you got the game, you were done. The expansion pack was what you could hope for, but that wasn't a guarantee. There was never a guarantee that you get an expansion pack. The game you got was the game that was fully formed. And if you got a sequel, you were happy. Oh, we got a stick and a ball, and we were happy. Damn it! Rah, 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 rah. But truthfully, that's kind of how it was. Um, you didn't get to guide the developers in the production of their video game. You didn't get to do any of that shit because um, they did what they did, and you just accepted. You just, that's how it was. And this is, a whole new world, a wild, wild west of um, of developers, and it's cool too because you could be a small shop of like 3 people and do the development game and or game development rather, and you could be, you could sell like 100 units and be successful, and that is just fucking awesome. I mean, good for you guys. I'm proud and excited and really excited about where shit's going to go with game development, with the different the expansion of the market of developers, as well as uh, just the expansion of types of games and ideas that go into the games. It's just so exciting and so fun and so cool. Um, oh shit! God damn it to hell! It's so exciting and so fun and so cool. We're gonna have this whole new universe of stuff that we're gonna be able to get our hands on that we never had before, and that's exciting as hell. And anybody who doesn't think that's exciting, that have uh, to have new people, new uh, uh, women making video games like never before. You know, when I was a kid, there were no women making video games. It was just a bunch of white dudes. And most of them were 20 something white dudes. Um, and they were all from the same perspective. And all the games were really kind of alike. I mean, technology had its obvious limitations, but everything was kind of monochromatic, kind of mono monopixelated, and chicks wore bikinis and guys were uh, big buff soldier guys. Uh, think games like, well, hell, Mortal Kombat. That was a little bit after my time as a kid. That was when I was in college, but you know, uh, uh, different angles on the strategy games, different uh, shapes and styles and views and the way that things come together. It's just so fucking fascinating and fun. And I mean, we are entering a whole new world, and I could not be more on board with this because we're going to get a whole fresh crop of games, gamers, uh, and just general developers, and it's going to be, man, it's going to be like stuff we have never encountered before, and I am in for it because it's going to be awesome. Um, but I've got to bring my cruisers over here into the Gulf of Mexico because apparently fuckery is about. There is fuckery about, including but not limited to these assholes from India coming in and taking Austin and motherfucking Oklahoma. Uh, but again, we're talking about nuisances. They're taking two provinces, and I'm going to have to spend resources to fucking turn around and stop these idiots, which is frustrating, but by no means is it uh, disastrous. These idiots down here in Winnipeg, let's move them to, if I were them, where would I go? Here. That's where I think I'd go. All right, so let's go and stop those dumb idiots in the central United States. Um, should I go to the next game? I started a new game because I'm kind of addicted. So this is one of the other cool things about this particular scenario is it runs in 4x speed. So every hour in game time takes 15 minutes in real life time. We're finishing off Hawaii. The United States is about to go down. I will then go and do just annoying stuff to India because they deserve it. I mean, he's doing tomfoolery over in the United States. I can do tomfoolery in India too. Because you know what happens if I drop some units in Ahmedabad? They lose the city. And then if I drop some units in New Delhi, what does he have in New Delhi? There's a few units in New Delhi. Tank division, jet division. Let's see what else is going on with Intel. Saudi Arabia, sharing intel with Japan and India. He's got some resources, but he's not great. Obviously, they see us massing units, and I'm going to copy this. Uh, I will share that information. Come on. It's not responding again. Damn it. Come on now. We'll get there. A little bit of patience. Intercepted from Saudi. Let's see what else we get. What else are we going to get from these guys? That was, I think, the only intel hit that I got. Myanmar. Islamabad. Lost contact with a bunch of agents. Damn. What else we got? Nothing. Nothing else. I have 10 intel agents. I have 2 in New Delhi. Zoom out. 1 in Pakistan, 1 in Myanmar, and boy, how's that 1 in Japan doing? Still got the 1 in Japan. Let's see the previous day if I got any news from the previous day. South Africa, Saudi Arabia. Mask in Saudi Arabia. That's current. Back up to current information. Okay. Yeah. That's not it. That's not ideal. Let's see if there's any more information we had. Day 28, day 27. Yeah, all right. That's it. That's all we got. Okay. Let's see what South Africa has to say. South Africa being an ally. Good guy, South Africa. You know, post apartheid. Yeah, they've actually done a really good job of consolidating the continent. They kick ass. Um, Actually, I think the best case scenario, they waste time in the Americas. Um, and clean up the leftover garbage. All right. So my duty, my duty. God, I'm a fucking infant. My duty is going to be to build up units and send them over there on to North America and fuck with those guys. It's gonna be fun, great. Um, all the while, I'm going to be building up my nuclear weapon capability so that I can nuke nuke the motherfuckers. It's gonna be awesome. Winnipeg. I'm gonna spend a little bit of cash, get Winnipeg pacified. There, you right there. How you doing in Anchorage? Anchorage, they can wait. Okay, no problem. Let them sit in Anchorage for a minute. Um, all right, so we clean up here. Then we send those units down there to kind of try and clean up there. Um, and then I basically work towards just gathering points over here in the Americas because I mean this isn't a strategic part of the map. This is just points. It's a resource sink and a points mine where we can go and get I don't know 400, 500, 600, 800 points, however many fucking points are out here in the Americas. What's out here? 600 points remaining to get. Uh, so there's 600 points remaining to get. That means we only have to beat like India. If we beat maybe India and Myanmar or something like that. Saudi Arabia is on the front of their coalition. So if we look at who is where, um, Myanmar and India, that's 900 points. Jesus. Myanmar, India. Add Chile is another 400. That's 13. Uh, and then Pakistan is next in line. That's 17. 1,700 points should get us where we need to be. I believe. 17 will get us where we need to be. Oh, 17 gets be 54. Oh, Jesus. It would get us close. So by this time tomorrow, I have fresh armies sending across the Atlantic to take down more territory, starting from the Panama Canal, working my way south through Brazil and into Chile. And then at some point, we're going to cross the Pacific and go to get into, I guess, Australia and New Zealand and start fighting back Myanmar. So this kind of gives you an idea of how many points of what it takes to get the 5,900 points on this map. We're talking Europe, Africa, North America, South America, most of Asia. I mean, even in the North America map, it appears to be about 3/4 of the map is what you need to control in order to get all the points to win the game. Um, um, so if they run the I mean, the Americas pretty much done. I think they've quit. So that means we should be able to just tear through them. And once they break through the front lines on this Eurasian guy, I mean, they're going to crumble pretty fast. It's not going to be, but I mean that kind of tells you what kind of map control you need, which is why this Austria map is going to take so long. These guys don't have much going on. Just take a look at New Delhi right here. His capital. He's got a level 3 air base, level 2 army base, and level 3 arms industry. He does not have the economy to support the size country he has. Pakistan does not have the economy to support the size country he has. Saudi Arabia does not have the economy to support the size country he has. They're all fucked. And that is one of the cool things about this game. The strategy is great. The military strategy stuff is fun and great and entertaining. But if you do not maintain an economy that can support the country that you build, you are fucked. And that's you can build yourself this giant paper tiger that can run across the map, but if you cannot consolidate, that's That's the second phase of the game. The first phase is the land grab phase where you grow and inflate as fast as you can. But that second phase is when you consolidate the gains that you've gotten to control your map and build your country back out from the inside, so that you can then make that second push out into the end game strategy. So this is my third game that I'm on. I just started this game today, about 3-4 hours ago. I am playing I'm playing Virginia. Um, I lost a battle. What do we got over here? So we are going from Virginia down into North Carolina. I lost an army in Wilmington. Oh, 2 infantry units attacked Wilmington, and they should not have, because I should not have sent 2 infantry units into Wilmington. What I should have done is waited like a grown up and sent the entire army. This is the conquering army. I've got a crap ton of infantry and a pair of armors going down. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more cities to take from North Carolina there. I've got 3 infantry about to take Washington, D.C. and Maryland. And I'm trying to maintain the same strategy I maintained earlier in my Texas game. I'm sorry, my California game, where I did not go to war with countries I did not have to go to war with. Florida is attacking Georgia. That's good. Keep them busy. They've gone into Mississippi and Alabama. Alabama and Mississippi. Texas has moved into Arkansas and Oklahoma. And, oh, good. New Mexico. Ooh, this is an active map. This is exciting. Kansas and Oklahoma are fighting. Is Oklahoma taking over Kansas? No, Kansas took over Oklahoma. Ha. Beautiful. And they're moving against Nebraska. This is exciting. I don't usually see this much action in the early stages of the game, especially when you have a bunch of relatively new players. And this map has a bunch of relatively new players. So Illinois has attacked Missouri. Iowa has attacked South Dakota. Minnesota attacked Wisconsin. Michigan has attacked nobody because they suck. Pennsylvania and Ohio are fighting. Pennsylvania and New York. No, Ohio is not fighting Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is fighting New York. New York is fighting all of their neighbors. Maine has done nothing. This is exciting. Okay. So just as a lay of the land, I didn't even look west. Nuevo Leon is fighting Mexico. Is that right? Nope. Has Mexico fought Nuevo Leon? Nope. Okay, so down in Central America, we don't see a lot of action. California has attacked Baja California, as they tend to do. Washington, Oregon, Washington. Oregon has attacked Idaho, or Idaho has attacked Oregon. Idaho has attacked Oregon. Okay, cool. Montana has gone into Wyoming. Colorado has gone into Nebraska. Oh my God, this is exciting. Not a whole lot of action in Canada. Saskatchewan attacked North Dakota. Minnesota attacked Manitoba. Did Manitoba attack Ontario? Oh my God, Manitoba attacked Ontario. Okay, this is exciting. I've noticed in this game, over the last several games, there have been computer players who have attacked their neighbors. But everybody appears to be active in this game right now, except North Carolina, because I'm kicking the shit out of North Carolina. Georgia does not appear to be active either, because they appear to be getting the hell beat out of them by Florida. Interesting. Indeed. I don't know if I want to get a solo win in this particular map or a coalition win, but I am very curious. Did Pennsylvania Okay, cool. So my path right now, I'm going to finish with North Carolina, take South Carolina, move into Tennessee, Kentucky, and Indiana, and West Virginia. I'm going to go into as many of these non-player nations as I can. Uh, over here east of the Mississippi, the three highest ranked players with the most experience: New York, Virginia, and Florida. Us three have the highest experience of all the players in the map. In the West, I think it's California. Not that you know, it's not necessarily a proxy of how good of a player they are. It's just a notion of the experience level that they have based on the points that they've gained. Now, I am trying to stay relatively conservative with my builds. I don't want to spend a lot of cash in this game. I don't want to drop a lot of money, physical, human, real world dollars. I really do believe this game can be won without spending a lot of money. And in this particular scenario, I haven't spent any yet. And it can absolutely, if you're conservative and you take your time and you bide your time, and as long as your opponents aren't just like making millions of units and fighting and doing all the stuff they want to do, and just, I mean, it's no fun. I don't think it's any fun for anybody. Imagine, you want to build the units instead of working with the game mechanics where it takes a day to build an infantry unit, or a day to build a ship, or a day to build a helicopter or fighter jet or tank. You just build it and you hit the button and you throw down $5 and it goes out the door. Boom. Every tank costs $5. Ugh, excuse me. It's after midnight here. Every tank costs $5. Every city improvement costs $5. Everything costs $5. Just drop $5 on everything. There's nothing wrong with that. It's part of the game. It's part of the game mechanics. But at the same time, part of the spirit of the game is this patience of having to work through the strategy. It takes a day and a half for your units to go from point A to point B, and then at point B, you have the defenses ready for them, and it takes a day and a half to build the defenses. It doesn't matter if you can build the defenses right away if it takes a day and a half for the units to get there. If your enemy is attacking and it's going to be 6 hours for them to get there, it's okay if the units you build take 6 hours to build, or 5 hours to build, because they'll be there in 5 hours. The opponents will be there in 6. That's part of the mechanics of the game. And what I'm saying is, if you're working within the mechanics, you give yourself a little nudge every once in a while. That's one thing, but you have 6 cities and you decide, okay, I need an army, and you drop $30 and you build an army, and then you drop 30 more bucks and you build an army, and you drop 30 more bucks and you build an army, and you've got $100 army. What the hell is that going to do for you? You drop $100 in a day, and now you've got an army that can't be beat. I don't see the fun in that. You can just, you can spend $1 for tokens on the skee ball machine, or you can do that like 8 times and get $8 worth of tickets to then go back to the counter at the arcade and use that $8 worth of tickets that you bought to get a doll or a pencil or a fucking remote control car or whatever. But the reality is that remote control car, truth be told, you're going to spend $20 in tokens to get $8 worth of tickets to get a machine that costs 10. And that's how it works. That's part of the fun. The fun is playing the skee ball, is what I'm saying. The fun is playing the game. I mean, anybody can spend $500 on one of these games and win. What the fuck fun is that? What do you get out of that? Drop $500 money, cash, dollars that you could have spent on dinners and movies and performances and comics and bands and all this other shit. I mean, you could spend that money on all kinds of stuff. I mean, fine if you want to spend it on the game, that's fine. It's awesome. Spend your money however you want to spend the money. But what I'm saying, that's part of the variable of the game, though. You know, I have these opponents down here in the south and up there in the north that are relatively experienced players that are to the south of me and to the north of me. And if I play the perfect strategy and they play the perfect strategy and we go up against each other, that makes a fun and exciting game. Um, but if I play the perfect strategy and he's just some jackass who wants to drop $500 in the game, I can't beat him. There's nothing I can do that will win that game. He can put an airbase and um, uh, uh, an airbase and a combat outpost and uh, uh, a field hospital in every single region, max out every city, max out uh, everything in all the cities. I can't beat that. There's no way, not even with the perfect strategy. I can't even get lucky and beat that. But if all things are equal, this can make for an epic game where I have relatively equally matched opponents to my north and south. Um, let's look and see what my friend here in Florida is ranked as. He is I think 20 something player, 20 something ranked player. Come on, game. Tell me what I want to see. Florida is a ranked 31. I'm ranked 35. He's ranked 31, and he's at war with fucking everybody around him. New York is a rank. Indeed, he's ranked 12. He's not as high ranked as I thought he was. So it's me, Florida, and I think California are the three highest ranked players in the game. Let me go double check California real quick. Cali. And again, this makes for an exciting game. No, he's rank 8. There's somebody else in this game who is a high ranked player. I'll find out. Maybe not this game, but maybe next game. I'll find out. But anyway, he's a relatively high ranked player. It makes for a fun game. It makes for an exciting game. You all agree to play on the same uh, footing. Uh, 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 you know, I mean, it's one thing. He has an army coming at you, and you have an undefended city. So you're building a unit. You throw some cash down to uh, make that unit build faster. Um, that is that's part of the game mechanic. It's another thing to go and just straight up fucking build an army. Um, all right, 1, 2. Actually, no, that's the dude, friendly guy, rank 12. He's New York. Me, Florida, New York, and then the next guy I think is California. He's rank 8. Yeah, that's that. We are the top 4. Me, Florida, New York, California, in that order. Top 4 players in the game right now. But that again is not to say that these guys aren't they're not talented and skilled in their own right. They just haven't played a lot of games, and it could be the case. But now Florida is at war currently with let's count them: 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all think this is lagging, but I'm just being a dick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions: Cuba, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, and the Bahamas. He has gone and attacked literally fucking everybody around him. Meanwhile, I'm at war with exactly 2 positions, and they will be wrapped up shortly. He's attacking Cuba. Did he actually attack Cuba? No, he's just fucking at war with Cuba. Who the hell is that? Cuba attacked Kingston, Jamaica. Nice. Classy. Cuba attacked Nassau. Does not control all the Bahamas. Cuba attacked Miami. Cuba attacked Florida. Oh, Cuba's about to get fucked up. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Why you going? Why you going to start a fight with Bermuda? Why would you do that early in the game without like? Oh no, I'm making things up. He's not at war with Bermuda. All right. Well, there you go. He's at war with fucking everybody. Um, Not a good way to start the game in general. Um, Usually, a good strategy is to avoid being at war with everybody. Um, Connecticut, Vermont, and Pennsylvania. He'll wrap up Connecticut and Vermont pretty quick. Pennsylvania will be a slog for him because he did not focus on Pennsylvania, and he does not have all the territory in Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania fought back. Whoops. Nice, 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 nice. I will let them fight to a stalemate, and then I will resolve that conflict. That'll be good. Okay, so my strategy in this game is going to be to avoid being at war with multiple positions at the same time. I'm currently at war with 2 positions, and I hope to make that the maximum number of people I'm at war with at once. Next stop from Maryland and North Carolina is going to be West Virginia, and then I will simply work my way towards the Mississippi River from West Virginia through Kentucky, and then eventually into Tennessee and probably South Carolina. I would like to take each one of them one by one, but if Georgia or Florida attack South Carolina, I will swoop down and take that city. I really want the cities. I'm less concerned with the provinces, the counties, but I really do want the cities in all those regions. If history is any guide, Indiana will be attacked by Illinois, Ohio, and Michigan. I will try to take the southern part of that state. I don't know if I will get any of it. Probably my next human that I have a fight with will be Pennsylvania. I don't want to predict that with any amount of confidence because it could equally be Georgia or Florida. Pardon me, it could be Georgia or Florida that I go to war with. I don't know. But next stop is going to be first off finishing North Carolina, second heading into West Virginia, and then just trying to consolidate the non-player states that are in this region. So that's going to be the goal. And that's kind of how it is in the land grab phase. I expect we're at day 2 right now. I expect by the time day 4 rolls around, half of these players are going to drop out of the game, and then we'll have 16. It'll probably go from 36 to 29, then 22, then 19, then 16, then 15. This game will take. I'm going to try to wrap this game up in 45 days. The last North America map I took was 60. I would like to try to wrap this up in 45. And I think I'm going to try and get a solo victory in this game. I don't know. It depends on how intimidated I get by Florida. We shall see. Boys and girls, brothers and sisters, the old Double Tuna Army. Remember, armies march on their bellies. Tuna is a fantastic meal for your armies to eat, but not the sentient tunas like my friend and neighbor, the Tuna Emperor. We must destroy. We must, in fact, destroy them all. No, the United States of Aruba is not one player, as a matter of fact. United States of Aruba is not a player at all. But I will ensure that I believe Aruba is in the Bahamas. If I remember the old Beach Boys song, Aruba, Jamaica, come on, I want to take you to uh, something, Bahamas, come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we get that Kokomo? We can get fast and we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. When in the Kokomo. All right, I will not do that again, ever. Um, so we're at what, day two? We're at day two. We're 6 hours into day two on this map. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. A lot of things that can go wrong. The realm of things that can go wrong is greater than the realm of things that can go right. My job as a strategist and in game theory in this particular game is to try to minimize the consequences and or effects of things going wrong. Um, so part of that is to present yourself in such a way that you are uh, stronger than uh, stronger than your neighbors. Because if you are intimidating enough, they won't fuck with you. So I am, where am I? North Carolina, Virginia. There I am. 79 points right now. 102 for Texas. And what I need to do is I need to march my way up and get to the top of the map. These One of the things that I've noticed on these maps in these scenarios, once you reach the top of the listings, they don't fuck with you. People start asking you for alliances. They think you're stronger than you necessarily are. They avoid you. It's intimidating as fuck. Nobody tries to attack Texas, um, not realizing that Texas, the position on the map, is extremely vulnerable. They're vulnerable from the west, they're vulnerable from the east, they're vulnerable from the south. Um, Vulnerable. I can speak words. Uh, Excuse me. The biggest thing Texas has going for it as a position on the map: A, they start out in first place. B, they're vast. Texas is a vast landmass. It starts here. No, that's New Mexico. It starts here, just outside of El Paso, and it goes all the way up to here in Texarkana. From the northwest, it's up here. That's the Panhandle. That's just north of Texas. It goes from there from Dalhart, and then it's got this coast down here, and it goes all the way down here and all the way over here. It is like it's huge as far as a landmass on the map goes, and it's extremely intimidating to people. But the reality is, if you blow through El Paso, you've still got a long ways to go through here, but you can swallow up El Paso, Odessa, Amarillo, and kind of set up a border here before Texas can even react with units. And the same way, if you move north from Reynosa, you can go and boom, boom, boom. You can hit San Antonio, Austin, Dallas within the course of 12 to 18 hours. And they can't respond in time. It takes 24 to 72 hours to respond to an attack because you've got to build up forces, move the forces. You know, if I attacked, for example, if I was down here in Nuevo Leon and I massed up some units and I plowed through Reynosa and I marched up to San Antonio, I would hit San Antonio within the first 8 hours. Okay, so let's say I'm Texas and I recognize that Nuevo Leon is attacking me. I can build my units in El Paso, Odessa, Amarillo, San Antonio, build all my units real fast and have them collapse into the capital. Theoretically, the invading army gets all the way up to San Antonio, cuts off the production in San Antonio. They take away a city. It'll take 13 hours. It'll take 24 hours plus 13 to get to Austin. So a day and a half to get to Austin. Same thing from Amarillo, a day and a half, a day plus 8 hours, 20 hours. I'm sorry, 30 hours to get from Odessa to Austin. By the time I got through San Antonio and into Austin, he would have one unit there in Austin to defend. And then all of his units would be coming basically to take the capital back after I had taken it. That's the real time strategy of the game. So while he's off fighting in Oklahoma and Nebraska and Kansas and all the points north of Texas, if I were down here in Mexico, I'd go fuck him up. But here's the catch. The guy in Nuevo Leon and the guy in Chihuahua is looking at Texas like, oh, Texas is so big and scary. I can't fight Texas. So they don't fuck with me. So over here in Virginia, my goal is to make myself look as big and intimidating as I possibly can. I go take from Virginia, Maryland, North Dakota, West Virginia, take as much of Tennessee and Kentucky and Tennessee as I can, make myself look big, strong, and intimidating. And then I can take that size and the resources that come with the size, plow them back into the economy, and actually make my country as big and strong, as intimidating as it looks on the map. So there you go. Okay, Tuna, this is a separate map than what was there at the beginning. At the beginning of the game, I was showing off the Austrian map, where we were over in Eastern Europe. Now I am in, this is actually the third map that I've showcased in the game. We went from Austria to France to the United States. So, and this particular United States map is newer. We'll show that comment up there. This is, well, I just started the scenario today. Well, by today, it's 12/14, so technically I started it yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, I started this. I'm playing Virginia. It is different from the Austria map, but it is the same pace of game as the Austria map. The Austria map is the full scale. The Austria map is the full world map, the entire globe. This is just the North American continent, going from the southern part of Panama to the southern provinces of Canada. It is actually my favorite map as far as it's the map that I've played the most. It's the map that I'm most engaged with. It's the map that I consider the most fun because you can travel the width, the length, and breadth of the map in just a couple of days. On the world map, it takes forever to go from fucking Austria to Japan, unless you're playing on the 4X map, which is the French map, which is we're deep into end game mode with the French map. I guess I should probably change the title of our game night because this is Game Night Austria, technically episode 2. So I should probably consolidate everything, Austria, France, and Virginia into a single map. But I don't need to check in on all of them as frequently because the French map in real life, I check on the French map like twice a day. I check on the Austrian map like once a day, maybe twice. It's not as active. It doesn't have to be because it's slower. And this North Carolina or Virginia map, because I just started it today and I have a lot of stuff going on, I've checked on it 2 or 3 times. But once everything kind of stabilizes, I won't check on it again for but once a day, usually in the morning, sometimes in the evening before after work, and sometimes I'll turn the game on in the background when I'm doing my data details, paperwork stuff for the distillery. So let's go back real quick and we can review what the hell is going on in Austria. I'm not so much worried about what's going on in France. And here's an example. Austria, I'll share this screen real quick. When I was talking about the map in America, like in 2 or 3 days from now, we're going to have several people drop out of the game. But this is the load screen for the games, and you can see uh, in the 4x speed map, there's 64 players out of 64 positions. So it's a full game still, and we're in the in-game phase. So people are staying active even after getting kicked out of the game. But in this World War III, the Austria map that we're in, there's only 29 active players out of the 64 who started the game. There were 64 for the first 3 days, and they all dropped out. And then we look at the third game. This is the Virginia game down here, 32 out of 32 players. We're on day 2. 36 hours of inactivity gets you booted from the game as inactive. So if there's 32 players now, we're on day 2. We're not all the way through. We're at hour like 30. So 6 hours from now, at about 6 o'clock when I wake up for breakfast in the morning, um, we're going to start seeing the first players drop out of the game, and then by dinner time tomorrow or this time tomorrow, midnight tomorrow, we should see the first wave of people going inactive. It's more likely to be by lunchtime. Let's see here. Today is Tuesday. By lunchtime Wednesday, we'll see probably about 25 players in the game still. And then it'll start dropping down significantly as it gets less fun for the human players. And that was one of the things that I was talking about earlier, that one part of the strategy in this game is you're not just playing a position in the game against positions in the game. You're playing a position in the game as a person against a position in the game being controlled by other people, and uh, they have uh, uh, sick kids, they have school, they have jobs, they have uh, blown out tires, they have vacations, they they have all kinds of stuff. They have lives that happen outside of the game. Um, so random things can happen where you're allied with somebody and they go inactive, and then their units start attacking you. Um, that has happened to me in this game. Uh, I'm going on vacation next week myself, so there's a chance if I'm not on top of my game and doing what I need to do. Um, ooh, it's a bad it's a bad thing. Oh, it's just a recon division. Okay, that's fine. Hmm, that is not good. That is not good. Okay, I got a couple more recon units on their way. I need to get. Okay, I've taken back my city. Good. Now I need to get. All right, so this is it. Okay, shit's happened in this map. Let me catch everybody up as to what's up. Uh, did the game just crash on me? Fuck. Hey, Muscow. Cheers and salutations for everybody involved. Uh, I think the game may have just crashed. Huh. All right. Well, cool. It did not. It's still here. Okay. So this is what's up. I'm playing Austria. To catch everybody up on what's going on, we have a coalition between me, France, Germany, and Romania as it stands right now. Uh, I, as Austria, took over Switzerland, Austria, Hungary, Slovakia, and Czechia. Ukraine attacked me, so I fought back at Ukraine. Poland was at war with Germany, attacked Poland, then Poland attacked Germany, and then Poland attacked me. I attacked back at Poland. So I've taken all this land here in the light, uh, make it easier to see here. Nope. Where is it? It doesn't make it easier to see at all. All right, so this makes it easier to see. My land is the light colored whitish green land. I'm allied with France, Germany, who is the dark green, and Romania down here. We are not at war with Russia. They're just red. Nothing to be alarmed about yet. They do seem to be massing units on our border. We seem to be massing units on their border uh, against my advice. But fine, that's what they want to do. Let them do it. I do not want them to attack through my land. I would rather them not do that for obvious reasons. Um, Earlier today, on day 8, I attacked Italy, and I am trying to take control of Italy. When I attacked Italy, Germany massed up a bunch of units and decided to offer help, which I didn't ask for. And they have taken control of these regions through here and down through here. I have all these other regions through here. Italy counterattacked and went up through here. As well as taking a few other regions. We basically fought back their entire counteroffensive. And that is where we stand right now. I am bringing units down from Brigance, which is the correct pronunciation, and working my way down through the Alps, where Italy is a bunch of poo-poo heads. Nobody likes them, so that I can take that territory. So that's where we stand. And I'm going to take as much of the territory as I can so that we can push Italy off the damn map. Not because I don't like them, but because they need to get pushed off the map. And I am very likely to lose all of these guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend $1,100 and reinforce these units, just so they don't get the shit kicked out of them when they show up down here into the boot of Italy. Italy. He's good how he is. Now, my original strategy as Austria was going to be to control the Balkans, consolidate everything down here, and push my way into the Middle East. Romania joined our coalition, took over the Balkans, basically took that role that I was going to try and take on, and has pushed his way down into the Middle East. So that means I am going to need to maintain control of this area, eventually push my way over to the Caspian, the Trans-Caspian area. I think that's a thing. And eventually, I think I'm going to be on the front lines against Russia. But on this particular map, we don't need to start this war yet. Who has Turkey? Turkey is controlled by Romania, Moscow, and the United States. Let me show you the USA. The USA is active. They are in their spot where they belong over here in North America. Scroll over here. Here they are. They're currently attacking Canada. I reached out to them, him, them, they, he, she, whoever, and told them they may be able to get a spot in our coalition. It would be great, as a matter of fact, to have them as an anchor. They applied. Good. In our coalition. And I said I'd put in a good word for them if they showed some initiative and some activity out here. So they're showing initiative. add the USA. They've woken up and are active against Canada. They'd be a good anchor in the Americas. We we could use one more active now, well, active partner in the game, and the United States is a level. They are level. I don't think they're a high level player. I think they're like level 6, 15. Good. Uh, they're not so bad. They're doing they're doing the things they need to do uh, to take over their area. So hopefully we'll have them added to the coalition in the next several days. Turkey is controlled by Romania mostly, um, but this is a full-on map of everything. Let's get this back here. This is a full-on map of the entire world. It is just a slow-moving game where how is the PAS an actual thing? What? How is that? I'm gonna have to find out what the fuck Canada's doing with the PAS. I don't even know what that is. Um, but we've got our 4. If we add the United States, that puts somebody over there, and that's good. So Turkey is controlled by Romania. I've pretty much gotten most of uh, East and Southeast Europe, I guess is what that is. Central and Southeast. Germany has Central and North. France has the Benelux region and is working on Norway. I don't want to say it, but I think they kind of need to pick up their game. They're struggling. The UK and Spain are probably going to need to be dealt with at some point. Spain is struggling against Morocco. The UK, I don't know if the UK is doing anything, to be honest. What is UK doing? Are they still part of a coalition? They're not part of a coalition. Spain and the UK were at one point part of a coalition. They are no longer part of a coalition. They're at war with Norway. There's a lot of this map that needs to get cleaned up before we move on and start fighting coalitions. So here's the game theory part of this. The game theory part of this map. Um, we've got 2 principal coalitions right now: the Eurasian Pact and the European Alliance. The European Alliance is the one I am a part of. The Eurasian Pact is Russia, China, Indonesia, and Australia. Strange bedfellows, I know. Um, but it makes sense because they're relatively spread out. Russia and China share a bit of a border, but not much of a border. Indonesia and China share a bit of a border, but not much of a border. There's and Australia is down there isolated by themselves in Australia. So between the 4 of them, Australia can focus on like South America or Africa. Russia can focus on European. Jesus Christ. Russia can focus on, the European arena. China can focus on India, and Indonesia can kind of focus on the Pacific Island and Africa and other stuff like that. We, on the other hand, are all bunched up together where we share a border: France, Germany, Austria, Romania, and if you throw in the United States is the one oddball out there on the North American continent. They've got free reign to do pretty much whatever they want. There's also a American They're in South America down there between Brazil and Uruguay and Paraguay and all those guys. There's this guy who's all by himself. There's the Africa Pact that has three guys that are going to be swallowed up pretty soon. But the two main pacts are the European Alliance and the Eurasian Pact. Um, so what it's shaping up as when it comes to the game theory side of this is the border is of the two great powers are coming right through here between us and Russia, and then down through and around here, basically. And then there's this imaginary line that kind of goes straight down through the Indian Ocean. Um, this is free reign for everybody. So we can either go to war right now because they're pushing up against our border and threatening us. We can go to war right now. We can take out Russia, probably. Uh, Between the three of us, four of us, if you throw in France, they throw some troops at the border. We could break through the front lines, take Moscow, which is right there, and sweep across Russia over the course of about 48 to 72 hours. All the way out to Vladivostok, have them completely finished. Where's Vladivostok? Right there. No. Where the fuck is Vladivostok? Is that it? Yeah. So we could wrap this up over the course of 4 days, 96 hours, maybe. I mean, may take 5 days to go all the way across the map. Um, for the one guy, and that would break their alliance. It would put us in a position where we are uh, effectively unstoppable in pursuing our victory point goal. It would be literally a matter of time before we moved on to China or Myanmar or India or any of the other guys. It's just a matter of time at that point. You know, we could crack Russia and just roll through between the three of us, four of us. We could crack their front lines and roll through. Or this is where I think the game becomes more fun. We can go focus on Africa, the Middle East, India, and the Americas, and we could build ourselves up. And this is why I think it would be more fun that way. We could build ourselves up. We don't have to fight them right now. Because even if we take out Russia, even if we take out Russia and China and Indonesia and Australia, we only have victory points totaling 1,600, 1,700 points. Not even close to victory condition. Even if we take everyone out in that entire pact, the Eurasian Pact, we take everyone out, we haven't won the game. We'll be fighting a war for basically to be the tallest midget in the game. And it leaves the opportunity for these guys to coalesce down here, for these guys to coalesce out here, and possibly, and this is where it gets really crazy and nutty, a random fucking event to come through. Somebody comes and strikes through Romania or Germany or France, takes one of us down, just randomly takes one of us down. Um, so one of the, I mean, we could take the big risk, and we could go like at Russia or at China or at one of these members of the coalition to just take them down. But even if we take down that entire coalition, we don't win the game. So it's a big risk for the reward of continuing the game. Or what we could do is let them do what they're going to do, and then strategically position ourselves to take high point totals away from them. We take Iran, we take we move our way down through Iran and into India. Take away that avenue of points from them. So they have to go to South America and North America so that they cannot go to Africa through the Middle East. Take away that avenue of value from them. And then we build up to the point that taking out them wins the game, or we don't even have to take them out because we take the Middle East, we take India, we take Africa, we take North America, we take South America, the game's over. We neutralize them, we catch them, we put them into a box. Then, because they're people, see, that's the thing, because they're people, human beings playing the game, they can look at the game and see, oh, we have no chance to win. And then, without firing a single shot, without actually taking hostile actions against your enemy, you beat your enemy because they quit. The best way to win a fight is to make it so that the fight never happens in the first place. That is what these games teach us. And it's so much fun to put yourself into a position. People do it with chess all the time. They put you into a checkmate position. People resign in chess before they get put into the checkmate position, before they get mated. They see the moves on the table and they're like, well, there's no way I can win this game. And they mate. They resign. They lay down their queen. They shake hands. Like gentlemen, they shake hands. They're like, good job. Finish the game. And that's what this game gives you the chance to do as well. Because when people drop out, you can choose to finish the game. I haven't successfully been able to do that, but partly because I just want to I want to play the thing out to the end and get all my points and get my victory condition satisfied. But one of the cool things, the game theory in this game, is that you can beat your opponents, literally pound them into submission to the point where they just quit, and you can like gentlemen shake hands and say, job well done. You beat me fair and square. Job well done. Thank you very much. And you can shake hands and walk away, just like that. And that's one of the cool things about this game. I love that. That's one of the reasons why I like this game so much. Is you can win the game. You can defeat your opponents without firing a shot. And that is a thing that I've used the term kids these days so many fucking times. But it's legitimately true that is a thing that people in general need to learn, is that you can win a fight. The best way to win a fight, the best fights that are won, the best wars are wars that are avoided. The best fights are fights that are avoided. The best way to have everybody win a fight is to de-escalate the situation. Everybody go have a drink, relax. It's cool. You don't have to fight. And even in this game, I mean, it's a war game. It's designed for battles. I mean, that's the intention. You build up army units. You build up your economy. Build up army units. You fight. It's a fucking war. It's a war game. That's what you do. But there's also this aspect of the game where it's a war game. It's a real-time strategy game where you're fighting a war. And there's also this aspect to it where you can get your opponent to surrender before the war is even fought. And you may end up fighting the final apocalyptic war, the final finishing battle that brings peace to the world against an opponent that's not actually fighting. And that's just the fucking coolest thing. It's just the coolest thing. And it's a real life analog, because that happens so many times. You know, there can be two companies bidding for a project, and one company just decides they don't really want it. So you end up bidding against nobody. I mean, they still put in the paperwork, they still put in the numbers, they still put in the bid, but on a job that could cost like $50,000, they put in a bid for like 65 because they don't really want it. And then you're competing against a company, another contractor that doesn't really want the job. So, you can expect that, like, they may not really want the job. So instead of undercutting like a reasonable price, like pad it a little bit, go from 50 to 55. Like, your client is going to look at it and go, well, that's probably 10% more than we want to do. But, the other guy's like 25% more than that. So fuck this. I'll spend the 10% extra. That'd be fine. Of course, there's always a third option of just fucking, I'm not going to pick either one of you. But for most situations, that's just not realistic. Uh, and that's why it becomes a real world analog. One of the reasons why I really like this game. But again, I can sit here and ramble on about this shit all night long, and I've done it. I mean, hell, it's almost 1 o'clock. I've done it now for 2 hours, damn near. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up tonight's game night. We started with Austria. We finished with Austria. It looks like the Italy campaign is moving well forward. I have crushed their offense in northern Italy. I've taken back my cities, and I am moving now on towards taking back my regions, and not just taking back my regions, but taking away theirs. Um, all of their cities are mine now, or almost all of their cities. This one, what is this one? Bari will soon be mine, and Italy will be done for. The only thing they'll have left is Palermo, and I should be able to send some units over into Palermo momentarily. Now, I do have artillery here. Um, I need to get that artillery into the field. Uh, I will send that artillery to Rome. Get down there. Get up on it. Get up on it. Get up on it. Into Rome. Get into Rome. On. Don't mind me. It's early or late, depending on how you look at it. So I think I hope that covers like all the important stuff as far as the game goes, and stuff that would, you know, the mechanics of the game, the fun parts about the game, um, the intricacies of the game. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. This game is not a simple game. It's not like Risk, where there's cards and rolls of the dice and a lot of basic luck and some strategy. This isn't. It's not simple. It's a complicated game. There's layers to it. You can build up your country. Uh, you can go and take a bunch of territory from a bunch of nobodies, but you've got to build up the infrastructure inside your country to be able to maintain that. And that is one of the big challenges. I need to double check my build orders, as a matter of fact. That's one of the challenges with this game is it's not just the one dimension of, military strategy. You have resources that are produced, and you have to deploy those resources in an efficient manner. And right now we are repairing the airport, or build queue, if you will. Right now we're building a couple of tanks, which we desperately need. We're building a couple of tanks, and in the queue we've got the airport of Rome that needs to be repaired. We've got another tank coming, and then a whole bunch of economic shit. It looks like every 7 hours. Every 7 hours we'll be able to produce another arms industry And 17,000 gold. I will go ahead and move that up along. That'll cost me 11. That'll cost me 6. And there's still plenty of them available. So I don't mind buying, turning my cash into resources in that way, partly because I make more cash than rare earth elements, to the tune of about 50 to into 100, yeah, to the tune of about 50 times. And then if I had supplies I could buy, I would buy those. If I had components, oh, I do have components I can buy, but I don't have any cash. Uh, so that is, I don't have any problem doing that in market. I am a little reluctant to do it with actual cash money because there's like this metric of, like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I mean, one, the game doesn't matter. It's a fucking game. And two, it doesn't really matter if I can speed up the production of one thing without speeding up the production. Sorry, without speeding up the production of the corresponding thing. So it doesn't matter if I have. Um, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter if I accelerate the research on a particular ship if I don't have the ports to build that ship, or uh, build research warheads if I don't have the secret weapons labs to uh, uh, produce those warheads out. Uh, I mean, like, every part of this game kind of layers itself in on top of itself. Uh, so so part of the metric in spending gold is making sure that you have the infrastructure in place to accommodate that expenditure. So, like, there's no reason to speed up the production of your airports if you don't have the research already completed on your bombers, as an example. Bombers are built at level 3 airports. If you don't have any level 3 airports, there's no need to speed up the research. You need to speed up the production. And that's where it becomes um, management of your resources. So there's no reason to speed up the production by 12 hours if it's going to still be 15 hours before even the research is done on the planes, or the units that are going to be built at the facility you're producing. All of that stuff goes into, like, the thought process. This is not. It's a fun game, but it's not a simple game. It's complicated, but it's not hard. Uh, there's a lot of moving parts. It's free to play. There's a lot of moving parts, but uh, uh, it's fun. It's not overly complicated. It doesn't have to be overly complicated. Um, I gotta go to bed. God damn. It's not overly complicated. It doesn't have to be overly complicated. The challenge comes in when you play somebody who has an unlimited budget. So then you're trying to do the strategy thing. You're trying to do your build sequence in the right order to make sure that you have, a progression of units coming out. And then Skippy McJackass over there is just all like, "Well, I'm going to spend $400 and I'm going to win the game. Yeehaw!" Right. Well, like, oh shit, that just ruins it for everybody. Um, so there's all that, kids. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. I think it's time. Have we gotten this region back yet? Innsbruck. We own Innsbruck. Nope. Italy still owns it. Innsbruck. How much fucking longer? 17 minutes before I take the city. 17 goddamn minutes. He's right there. He's right there. He's right there. I want to fucking get out and push. I mean, come on, son bitch. Look at him. Look at him. You see that dude? You see that dude? Right there. Look at that. fucking stream. All right, that was weird. I got kicked off the goddamn like my page reset. Thanks, Streamlabs. It's probably my fault. I probably did a thing. Probably hit a fucking button. Anyway, so yeah, they're right there. They're right fucking there. Innsbruck, boom, right there. Like, look at that. They're so close. They're this far away. This far. 17 minutes. 16 now. So frustrating. So frustrating. That's okay. It is okay. It is okay. Take my strike fighter here. And I will move him. My strike fighter needs to fly like the wind. Fly. Fly like the wind. In fact, I'm going to attack that dude. He needs to be attacked. What's he got? 3 infantry units. Damn it. It's hard to take down infantry units when they're stacked like that. All right. We're going to call it a night. Because I am so damn tired. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, see you Thursday night for the penultimate episode of our quarantine happy hour, where we will give away this bottle of whiskey right here. This bottle of whiskey will be given away. So if you want in on that giveaway, you need to be at the show on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. 9 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah. 9 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Join us for the show. It's going to be awesome. Make a comment. You get your name added to the Wheel of Fate, and then you get a chance to win a bottle of whiskey from the Wheel of Fate. Cheers. Good night. Salutations. It wouldn't be salutations. It would be, what is the opposite of salutation? Hey Siri, what is the opposite of salutation?
The answer I found is valediction.
All right. Cheers. Good night, valedictions. We will see you on the next one. Hasta la vista.